guys, so a lot of you have requested that I update you on our Gazelle Intense budgeting. Basically, if you hadn't seen that video, my husband and I are really tightening the reins on our budget because we want to get into a house and we want to be more efficient with our money. And we thought we were doing a pretty good job, but when we actually sat down and evaluated where our money was going, we realized that we really weren't doing as well as we thought we were. So now I'm just going to give you a quick update. We are still using Dave Ramsey's Financial Peace University. This one is from like 2001, so it's old, but all of the principles are basically the same, and he might have some updated stuff on his new stuff, but this is working just fine for us. He says that it can take a solid 3 months before you really get into your budgeting groove, and that may be true. We're only 1 month in, but the very first place that we noticed we were having a hard time was balancing our budget. We have an Excel spreadsheet that has all of our expenses at the top, including the things that we use just cash for, like groceries or our spending money, and we kind of got out of the habit of doing that on a daily basis. So then we'd say, oh, we'll do it tomorrow, we need to do it tomorrow, or we need to do it later today, we need to do it later today, and we went weeks without doing it. And so we had either swiped our debit card or spent money where we shouldn't necessarily have done it, or where we should have done it but we didn't give that money a name before we spent it. I helped plan and host a wedding shower, and we hadn't put that in the budget, and that was probably the first place where it started. I knew I had to swipe the card, I could not pay for things, and that just made us more lenient in other areas. We stuck to our grocery budget. I don't know if I told you, but we're only spending $100 a month on groceries, and that's crazy. All of our bills and expenses were the same. It was just the little things that you can very easily swipe a card on that that kind of added up. We have sat down and we balanced our budget again, or our checkbook, if you will, and we added a few more slots to the budget itself, specifically for things that are coming up later in the year that we want to pay for or attend, like weddings. So we'll see how this month goes. We are not getting rid of the internet. We went back and forth. We kind of got rid of it for a little while, but it came back. We are going to be out of this apartment in October. I told you guys we were getting rid of our home, and we are. We are going to try to attempt to sell everything and live in a very temporary residence for 6 months. And honestly, our goal is to live with someone in the area, just rent a room from someone. But we don't know if that's going to work out. So we're still figuring out what that's going to do. We don't have to do that. We're not in a position where we can't renew our lease, but we just really want to tighten our belts as much as we can, and so we figured if we can find a $400 room to rent, that would be so much easier, which is why we want to sell all of our stuff as well. For the two things we're aiming for: an emergency fund, that's the very first thing we're saving up for. It's the 3 to 6 month expenses. And then we want to save up 20% down payment for a house. And then also, my husband is looking into a new career. He's not necessarily doing a career change. He's an entrepreneur right now. He'll still do that stuff on the side, but that's really exciting. I'm not going to go into detail about that, but he's pursuing that at the moment. It's going to be another 6 months before it even happens, if it does happen, but our income has not been that great, and so that's how we have decided to combat our income problem, is by him kind of doing a career change. And it was something I let him decide. I didn't try to manipulate him into changing it or getting something new. He just wanted to be able to provide a little bit better, so that was exciting. We're doing fairly well. We definitely made mistakes. We're changing some things so we don't make those mistakes again, but it's fun. It's so much fun saving money and watching your savings build up. That's our update for month 1 of our Gazelle Intense budgeting. Next month, I'll let you guys know how we did, and I'll share maybe some tips and tricks of how we've saved some money along the way. So I will see you all tomorrow. Bye!